What's good, my San Francisco 49er faithful? I am making an instant reaction to the Trey Lance trade that I just found out late last night. Going to that little team in Texas. I don't like saying their name. That's how much I despise that team. They're my most disliked NFL team. So, as a fan, it pains me to see him suit up for them because we had past players like Charles Haley, Terrell Owens, and Deion Sanders leave us to go to them and had success after they left us with that team. And I don't, I'm tired of it. I don't want to see that replicated again, but I'm not rooting against Trey Lance as an individual. I just don't like that team. So anyway, let's talk about some of the pros and cons to this trade. Now, we're going to look at this from a business perspective. Let's take the emotions and fandom out of it, and let's just look at it strictly through a business perspective. Now, one of my good friends that's a Niner fan, we chopped it up, and he's into contracts, and he talked about some of the things, and I'm going to point this out, but this came from him, and it sounded like some good sound advice. So while we both agree that we don't want to see Trey Lance leave, especially due to the fact that we had bad injuries just last year and we were running out of quarterbacks, we need all the quarterbacks we can get. From a business perspective, let's look at some of the pros and cons. So some of the pros about it is we don't have to worry about paying him that, big contract coming up soon because in today's game, we have the salary cap. Before the salary cap, we had Joe Montana, Steve Young. You can do stuff like that. But now that you have a salary cap, it's rare to see NFL teams carry two starting quarterbacks and paying them starter salary. It's rare to see. So, we got Jimmy Garoppolo from New England as an example. He wasn't going to be paid top dollar and just sent to bench. They're not going to do that. You're going to be paid top dollar if you're a starter. So he ended up having to leave. And it would have been nice if they could have kept him, but they didn't. So we got him. And that's just how it works. So one of the two are going to have to go due to the salary cap and stuff, and the 49ers felt it was in the best interest to put Lance out. Now, my friend made a good point. He thinks that Lance asked for this trade because he got demoted to third string. And at the end of the day, we don't know what Trey Lance is. You got a lot of Niner fans talking about he ain't ready, this and that, blah, 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 which might be true today or it might not be. We don't really know. He was never really given a full season to play. He was injured. So we don't know what he would have did if he would have stayed healthy. But what we do know is he's going to that little team in Texas, and if he follows like the past players that left us to go there and had success, I mean, you're talking about his ceiling could be higher. He could potentially own the NFC, and who knows? I mean, he could be beating us, and it can come back to haunt us. We don't know. But right now, to be fair, Brock Purdy did not do enough to lose to quarterback one. He was available, and he took advantage of the opportunities given. So the 49ers as an organization saw, hey, this is the guy we're going to go with. And I think when Trey Lance got demoted to quarterback three, he probably was like, man, I ain't doing this. So for both parties at this juncture, it worked out, but it sucks because of the health concerns of our quarterback history, and we don't know what Trey Lance really is. If he goes out there and balls out in the next 10 years, it's something that Kyle Shanahan and staff is going to have to be dealing with for the rest of their lives. But we'll see how it goes. Go Niners, though.